Today is Wednesday, March 20th, or May 20th, sorry, not March. Oh my God. I had to think of the date. My week has been so jam-packed of various appointments that it's not even insane. This is going to be the Memorial Sloan Kettering Second Opinion update. So, um, basically, I wanted a second opinion, and I decided I wanted to go to Sloan Kettering and give them a shot. Um, Looking back now after my doctor visit on Monday, I almost wish I would have went with them first. Period. Right from the start. The difference between them and Lehigh Valley is night and day. I mean, it's beyond night and day. It's unbelievable. I mean, the atmosphere is different. The people are a lot more friendly, but that alone you can get anywhere. Like if you have really good people, you can get that. But what it really came down to was when we went in there, you get your vitals taken. Had a little issue with the vitals, lung, of course, there's a little bit of a snag. And then the nurse came in. So the nurse sits down, she's got this paper and everything, and she's going through the medication list, which, she has pulled up on Epic. And the very first medication on that list that she says to me, ivermectin. And I looked at my son and we were just dumbfounded. We couldn't believe that actually came up from the pharmacy in Tennessee where I ordered it, where it was prescribed. So they have that. They have that information. They have Johns Hopkins information and all the notes and details that they put in on my case. So I was taken aback. I couldn't believe it. Like, this information. So I said to her, yes, I take it intermittently, and it's true, I do, which I forgot to take it last night, damn it. So, and nothing, no shunning, no, oh my God, you're not supposed to take, none of that. Everything was fine. She moved on to the next, medication. So she went through the list. So then I meet the actual oncologist, which is Dr. Jessica Yang. The woman is she's heaven sent. Like, unbelievable. She's so nice, very soft spoken, but very polite. She stops and listens to you. If you have questions, she will answer them as thoroughly as she can in a way that you're going to understand it. We asked her about atelectasis. Basically, she's like, it's collapsing of the lung collapse. And she pretty much put it that way. And it was amazing. She went through my chart. Most of what was done was fine, but I think she saw some red flags in there and didn't really want to say anything, so she worded it in a different kind of way. But I said to her, at this point, thumbs are being twiddled. I'm going to a pulmonary doctor. It's just, I'm getting fed up basically with like all the crazy shit with LVHN. And I asked her, I said, could I move all my stuff over to here and have you be my oncologist? And she stopped for a second and she's like, yes. And then she got gloves on her hands and did an exam on me right away, like immediately afterward. And I was like floored. I was like, oh my goodness. So after that, she requested blood work and research. She wants to do genome testing on the actual esophageal tumor. She also is requesting the blocks and slides that were pulled for the biopsies. This is blood work that could have been done by LVHN. This is like preventative maintenance at this point. This should have been done. I had to request a specific blood test from LVHN, which the doctor didn't really want to do, and I got it done. And I want it as sort of a baseline. Yes, I don't have supposed cancer. I'm cancer free in a sense now. But what Dr. Yang is looking for is to make sure there's no markers within the blood or no abnormalities, basically, in a sense. So they're going above and beyond. And Lehigh Valley could have done that, should have done that, because that should be basic preventative maintenance afterward. Instead, they rush me to get radiation. They rush me to do chemo and immuno. Now I have a heart or a lung problem where I have scardosis cells in the bottom part of my lung. They can't figure out, whether it's really sarcoidosis or if it's, just the inflammation with it due to all the treatment, because they push treatment so fast on me and never let me heal correctly. Or, so that depends on whether or not I'll get immunotherapy afterward. So you knew there was a lung issue from the time I was in the hospital. Nobody bothered to look at it or do anything about it. Now it's become a big issue because it lit up like a Christmas tree on my PET scan with my lymph nodes. And now you want to do something about it 5 months later. And you wonder why I want to go get a second opinion. Like, shit that should have been looked at and kept a close eye on wasn't. And all the signs were there. All the x-rays show something wasn't right with my lung. But they kept skipping past it. Oh, it should heal, it should heal. No, it never fully healed correctly. And then you throw me into treatment right away with radiation, which irritated something, and I got a cough out of it. And now I got chemo and immuno afterward, which doesn't help either because it inflamed everything. From what Dr. Yang said, the lymph nodes should be fine. They, showed inflammation, but they should go down in time, so no worries there. But the lung is a little bit of a concern, so I'm going to their pulmonary doctor in June to get checked and see their recommendation and diagnosis as well, which is fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. In the interim, on my last oncologist visit with Dr. Scaraya at Lehigh Valley, I asked him about my port because I've been having issues with it where I get pain off and on, and I get it, maybe every day to every other day. It depends on, and it's random. I sitting here right now, I could just randomly get pain. It just happens. It comes and goes. And I don't know what I do. I'm not doing anything. So I'm like, how do I know when, I'm supposed to get this checked or like whatever? And he's like, well, when it turns red and it gets really puffy and you have really bad pain and the pain's consistent, then you should go to the ER. But I'm telling you, I have pain in it now. Wouldn't you just want to do simple testing and check to make sure I don't have a blood clot? Possibly, because it never turns red. It turns black and blue. And it does it randomly on its own. Like, it can look fine right now, but then maybe a couple hours later, it might start to do the tinge of the black and blue, and then by tomorrow, it's like a bruise. It looks like a bruise, a black and blue mark. That should not be happening. But he just lets it slide. So I messaged Dr. Yang about it, and I explained everything. And her nurse called me back for more details, and I got into in-depth, and I explained I had gone to the pulmonary doctor yesterday, and when I got out, I'm walking down the sidewalk to get to my vehicle, and I literally got pain so bad. It felt like somebody was literally trying to access my port, like stick a needle in there, because you feel that. And it hurt so bad. And all I was doing was walking. and I got the pain. And I got it for, a good like 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Like it lasted, but it hurt really bad. And it was just the freakiest fucking thing. So I let them know about all that, and I still have to go for blood work for the research. So I go Thursday for the blood work, and they're going to do an X-ray and either an ultrasound or a Doppler on the port, like in the area, to make sure I don't have any kind of blood clot. So finally, somebody's trying to do something, but this happens to be at Sloan. Lehigh Valley isn't doing anything. They're not even doing preventative maintenance. They're just, oh, we want to push the, therapy through, the treatment through so that they get paid. Like, wouldn't you want to make sure the quality of life for me is good and that everything is okay and I'm healing and that you do preventative so that we make sure that I don't get any other cancer or that it doesn't metastasize or that nothing else happens? I mean, that should be basic, but it's not. It's not even in their repertoire at all. So I'm really upset with Lehigh Valley, and I'm really looking to move over to Sloan Kettering. Like I said, a world of difference. Right now, there's a lot of appointment and testing that's going to be happening. I got PET scans put on a disc that Sloan Kettering was able to take the disc and download from. So they did get to see some of that, and they can review those things. They're going to have to request a lot of the other stuff. I think I do still want to get all the X-rays put onto a disc so that I have them. There's reasons for it at this point. So, but I mean, beyond that, health-wise, I feel pretty good. My hair, as you can see, is growing. I'm happy about that. So I take walks. I now have a little hot tub that I can chill and relax in. The neuropathy in my feet is still really, really bad. I take something for it, but it just is very, very minuscule of like help. So the damage that has been done to the nerves in my feet is going to take a very, very long time. And that I understand. My fingers really aren't as bad, so I can deal with that. So they come and go. Where like I'm doing things, they get worse. And then when things are more mellow and calm, they get like a lot better. It's a lot lighter on my fingertips. So, but beyond that, there's a little bit of breathing. Excuse. I'm so sorry. I'm tired because I've been up early. Had a cat visit. Had to deal with, getting my Trebby, his blood work done and his eye checked out. So, but I mean, it's been busy. I've been going a little exhausted because the constant, I got to go here, got to go there, got to do this, got to test this. I had a lung test done on Tuesday. The lung capacity and the lung breathing was all good. They didn't see any issues with that, but they did find a little bit of a heart issue. So now they're sending me off for an echogram on my heart. So, which I've always known my heart spikes. It happened really bad in the hospital, so there's always been something there. And it's part of the reason why I have a cardiologist as well. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But I'll let, Lehigh Valley take care of that and deal with it, and we'll see. So, sorry the video got a little bit longer than what I wanted, but there was just a lot of things that I wanted to get out. I'll try and, do like a weekly update at this point as best as possible. Like I said, everything's been crazy and busy lately, so there's just a lot of moving parts happening at this point. But, at the moment, they say I'm cancer-free. Very thankful for that. But there's other issues that need to be addressed and fixed. So hopefully I'll get those, resolved at this point. And I think that's all for now. So, till next time, peace. So mote it be.